We've got a bit of buffering, have we? Is anyone else saying that? Although if you were all seeing it, you wouldn't be able to hear me. Brilliant. Okay. Okay, thanks Terry. I'm back okay now. I'm not sure what that was. That may have been Twitch. Nothing's changed at this end. But for those that did miss it, we've laid our poor father to rest. And we're going to take what he won't be using anymore to try and get ourselves to the nearest town. Take some food. Good to see you back, Ventek. Thanks for coming back. We're not going to take all of that. That would just be silly. We will take that. I'll take one last look around what's been the family home for the last few weeks. See if we can get to the nearest town. The nearest town would be Falkreath, which means we're going to have to come up and around and down on foot. Never mind. Climbing fail. We're going to try and avoid the roads as much as possible because there's a lot of bandits around here. And we have just been attacked by a Necromancer. Oh. That would explain why there's a horse over here. Okay. I did say there was a lot of bandits around here. Heavy armour we've got no use for. Okay, that's going to be useful. Looks like there's been some sort of battle here. This is one of the other things that gets added by, well, not dead bodies, but groups of Stormcloaks, groups of Imperials. It does get added by one of the mods. Well, that could come in handy. Well, seeing as we have a horse, which was extremely unexpected, we'll take it. Let's Oh, maybe this is where the horse came from. A overturned carriage. As you can tell, the Reach is not exactly the safest place to be. What father would bring their daughter here? I don't know. Oh, there's another horse there. Okay. One of the things with the mods that we're using with Hunterborn is that I can't loot this. That's actually turned off, which means that I could pick up the horse, which is going to be very heavy, or we could skin it and things, but I'm not really interested in doing that at the moment. We just need to get out of here. Okay. Yes. Wolves. That's why we were hunting them. Because there are many, many wolves in the Reach. I can't believe that a horse just turned up out of nowhere. That's going to make the first part of the game a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I was expecting to be a real pain to get through to full grief. Oh, okay. Yes, one of the mods that I've added is a campsite mod. It adds a load of campsites around Skyrim.
Huh? Need something?
I don't know what that is.
Take a
What
look.
have you got for sale? Excellent, okay. Well, let's give you some of this stuff. I might need those, as we don't have any water at the moment, but that's uncooked, and that is going to be not good for us. We can still eat that, that's not too bad. Okay. What have you got that I can get? Not a huge amount. Okay. Let's keep the rest of that.
See ya.
See ya. Oh, of course it is. Convenient horses. Yes, I'd forgotten about that.
Yes.
Huh?
You expect me to believe that?
Wonderful.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
It's just
Good
another
day.
sales thing. Okay. Right, where were we? Where were we headed? Ah. A wild boar. Interesting. Stormcloaks. Heading out to war. Ah, a fellow traveller. Nope, no, come back here. No.
Make it quick.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That's all you've got? Great.
Hi. Good day.
Alright. Hi, Vara, welcome back. Good to see you. Glad you could join us again. We finished with our mod testing. We're actually heading heading over to Falkreath to try and find some shelter. Oops, wrong key. Yeah, we need to turn right here. As we've found ourselves lost and alone. Well, not lost. Alone in the wild. And it's extremely dangerous. Okay. We'll just keep going past them, leave them to their revelry in a field. Very odd. Okay, still got some way to go. Oops. I do hate that about horse riding in Skyrim. The camera always gets screwed up by that. We're heading to Falkreath, Viral. We're actually... it's the nearest town. And it's the quickest way to get ourselves to some degree of safety. I think it is Ventic, yes. Okay. Well, I'd like to get a room here for the night. I know it's still... What time is it? It's getting on a bit. I'd like to get a room here. I'd like to get a room here for the night. But I can't actually afford it at the moment, so I'm going to try and sell some things. I'm holding some pelts, so I'm going to try and sell that to blacksmith.
Loyal to Den Gear first and the Empire second.
That's good. What have you got for sale?
Finest weapons and armor.
We don't need two of those, but I'm going to hang on to one because they're quite good for close combat. I'm going to hang on to the swords. They're no good for anything. That can go. I haven't quite made up my mind yet whether we're going to go dual wielding on swords or daggers, so I'm going to hang on to both of those for the moment. Have you got anything that I would need? I'll tell you what I could do with. Have you got any hunting knives? No. Excellent. Thank you very much.
See me at my forge if you need. Only a hearty soul travels the road these days.
Falkreath
Only
seems
inside
quiet.
the gates. Much of Falkreath Hold is wilderness, and there's plenty of trouble to be had.
Okay. Sounds like loyalty is important to you.
I was Den Gear's personal guard for years. I risked my hide more than once to protect him. Why would I do that? For money? Because I swore an oath? No. It was just because he was a good man and a good friend. The true Nord places loyalty and honor above all else.
Excellent standards to live by.
That skill's worth every something. Remember that.
Yeah, judging by your prices, I'm inclined to believe that.
Hide and fur armor can help camouflage you in the forest, but a true warrior takes his foe head on.
Why are you not lip
Oh,
synced?
hello there. What can I do for you? Blades, gauntlets, I can forge anything you need.
You look a little young to be a blacksmith.
I'm Lord's apprentice, although I've been his for less than a season. Before that, I was with Adriana Benici in Whiterun, and before that, Berend in Solitude. I'm on a sort of pilgrimage, you see. When I'm finished, my family expects me to return to Cyrodiil and take over the forge. My name's Isabel, by the way. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you too, although you're not averse to a little name dropping, are you? What would you say is your expertise?
It depends. I've been taught that emotions are a powerful part of smithing. When I craft a shield, I think of the soldier's child praying for a safe return. For a sword, I envision a man getting revenge for a brother's death. When I imagine a soldier marching after battle, or a hero vanquishing a great evil, that's when my hammer feels most inspired. Just to know that I was a part of that it was my steel, it just takes your breath away thinking about it.
I think it does. Do you come from a family of blacksmiths?
Ever heard of the Starblood Forge? My
No.
family has been the caretaker of it for centuries. It was made not long after the Oblivion Crisis, and next to the old memorial and the hero statue, it's one of the most iconic landmarks in Kvatch. They say it was built atop a well of Daedric blood, and it's in that well that the weapons are cooled. Some even say that the forge itself is haunted, specifically with the soul of one of my ancestors.
So you make Daedric weapons then?
Legend has it that when the Daedra invaded, she refused to leave her shop, smithing weapons for the townsfolk until the last man had fallen. That's why only those who share her blood can use the forge, and tradition that the firstborn daughter will be the one to inherit it.
It is viral, yes.
That
It is my
is
first
amazing.
time live
It's
streaming.
an honour, I suppose.
What do you think of it so far? You don't sound all that enthusiastic about inheriting the forge.
I know. Some people think it's the pressure, or the burden of carrying on the family name. But the truth is, it's the clients. It's not like the Skyforge here. If I took over the family business, I would be crafting swords for nobles. They would be decorative art pieces, locked away in display cases, or mounted over their beds. I would be an artist more than a blacksmith. There'd be no blood on my blades, no chinks in my armor. That's not what I want. I want to craft weapons for heroes. I want to forge weapons that will slay tyrants, and craft armor that repels dragonfire.
There's some particularly noisy chickens here, apparently. Thank you very much, all viral. That's brilliant. I'm glad you think so. So you're proving the universal truth that this job would be okay if it wasn't for the customers. I agree, crafting tools for nobles, like writing books for mud crabs. It's rather insulting. Heroes are as poor as beggars. Good smiths should be rewarded for their work. Okay, you are from this, the immersive NPCs mod I have. I can tell that simply by the number of options I have to talk to you. Who says you have to forge for nobles? You will be in charge. That sounds like the sort of thing. Okay, thanks very much. I'll stop talking to you then.
If you
Cheers.
work in the forge, remember, it isn't just the hammer that strikes the blade. It's the
I don't want to go in there. Let's see what else we can sell in here. Thank you, Viral. That's much appreciated. I'm glad I sound confident, because
Can I get
if you'd have been here for the first half an hour of the stream, I was not confident in the slightest.
Had lots of them while I was a storm clerk.
We had some really serious problems, and I couldn't actually get Skyrim to load. That was kind of nerve-wracking, I have to say. What have you got for sale?
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Or more importantly, what have I got to sell you? Don't need that. Oh god, you've got no money! Okay, so what do you have to sell? Ooh, okay. We're going to need that. A leather tent. And a cooking pot. Backpack. Not at that price. I will take some bread though. Oh, hunting knives, hunting knives, hunting knives. Excellent. As you can see from the description, that's the reason why I want a hunting knife. Skinning, I'm less worried about harvesting, but the way that this game's currently set up, if we can skin carcasses, we can actually keep an income, which will be good. Poor at harvesting, that's less of an issue because we will get some meat, at least enough to feed. Oh, thank you very much, Ventic. I'm actually really happy about that. That's really good. Thank you very much. Yes, we will be able to skin if we get that. But let's have a look, see what else we've got. It's dwarven hunting knife. Fairly good for both skinning and harvesting. And more importantly, it doesn't look like that. Any others? Iron hunting knife. More appropriate for Ashlynn, I think. Trouble is that we probably won't get very good pelts with that one, so let's go for the dwarven hunting knife. We'll see how we get on with that. So I'm resisting the urge to grab every lockpick I see because the last playthrough I did was a a thief character, and it was the first thing I'd look for whenever I got into a shop. I'm going to skip the potions. I really can't afford that at the moment. I see, that would have been better. That would have been more appropriate. A steel hunting knife. Well, we've made the purchase now. I'm not going to waste the money. And a water skin. We will be needing that. Okay.
Steal anything from my shop and you'll regret it.
I've only just met you. I haven't even looked sideways at the place. You're already criticising me for trying to steal things. Bloody cheek. Okay, let's see if we can get a room for the night and decide what we're going to do next.
What can I do?
Delightful.
Just stoke the fire. Take a seat.
Lovely.
And get the cold out.
Okay.
Welcome to Dead Man's Drink. I escaped fighting in Cyrodiil, only to have it track me down again in Skyrim.
That's unfortunate. I need these bottles filled. Water, please. Put a basket on his head. Would that? Does that actually work? I'm interested to know now. I'd like to rent a room.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Yeah, what have you got for sale?
Thirsty, food for the hungry.
That's the way round it normally goes, yes. Good God, you've got a lot. I've got so little money that I'm just tempted to just get some more water, actually. We've got a little bit of food and we can probably hunt for the rest. Yeah, I'm just going to get some more water. Seeing as it's fairly cheap. There we go, 10 of those. Right.
I'll show you to your room. Right.
Thank you very much. The way this game's set up, basically, one of the most important commodities you'll find is water. And if you don't keep drinking, you will die. Thank you very much. Oh, right. Book. Nords Arise by Anonymous. Nords Arise. Throw off the shackles of imperial oppression. Do not bow to the yoke of a false emperor. Be true to your blood, to your homeland. Very political book. Not really in Ashlynn's field of expertise or requirements at the moment. Oh. What time is it? It's 5:58. Let's get used to using that. Well, we have a room, but let's just go and have a talk with the inhabitants, just to see what there is before we have to hit the hay.
I'm telling you, I heard it, howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
Right, okay. Not wolves then.
Are you thirsty, hungry, both?
Yeah, it's just the same stuff.
All right then.
That's interesting, Ventek. You haven't tested it yet. When you do, let me know, because I'd be really interested to find out whether it's that specific about the fact that, you know, their eyes have to be uncovered. Okay.
Good day.
You don't look like you really mean that.
Unless you intend to bury someone, this isn't the place you're looking for, traveler.
You said something about burying?
Falkreath is known for its graveyard, traveler. We've buried more dead than you can imagine. I just finished giving my old war companion Barrett a proper burial by fire. Old Hardhead hated the idea of being lost cold in the ground. Could you deliver the ashes to Runil, the priest of Arcade? He'll know the right blessings to make for Barrett's soul.
I'd be honoured. Can't be too difficult. We're going to deliver that before we leave town, I suppose.
All right.
Generally.
You're here to deride me or seek vengeance for your loved ones. Then leave me. I am under no obligation to placate your